Minecraft, a game which has stood the test of time better than any other. Most people, myself included, have played it or one of its clones at least once in their lives. Mostly they play it to goof around and chill with their friends. But there are the select few communities who take the different aspects of this game to a whole different level. And one of these aspects is Redstone. Redstone is basically Minecraft's implementation of electrical circuits from real life. Now, I have dabbled a little bit into Redstone before, but that was mostly just me copying some YouTube tutorial mindlessly. So today I'm going to try to create one of the most basic redstone contraptions, a piston door, or more specifically a 2x2 flush piston door from scratch. Okay, so I have loaded up a new world and also collected some of the inventory items which I might need. Obviously we have redstone dust, rods, repeater, lever, piston and some random block. Before trying the 2x2 flush door, I think I'm going to try the normal 2x2 door first. I think I'm just going to try to make it on one side first. Suppose we use a pressure plate and take the signal from underground. Nope, that won't work because then we can't cover the wall. Let me cover this up first. What if we try taking the input from the top of the door? Suppose we have a lever over here which we'll use to activate the door. If we put redstone dust over here and then take it down. No, okay, so somehow even though this isn't even connected to anything, it somehow still works. But how does it even, how is the bottom piston firing? Well, I'm not gonna question it, I'm just gonna copy the same thing on the other side and place this down. Yep, that's it. Though I don't know how it is functional, but we have a functional 2x2 piston door now. Now, the difference between this and a flush piston door will be that you see how there is an indentation in the wall here. A flush piston door will, as the name suggests, be flush against a wall. So now, how am I going to do that? I think I'm still gonna need these two pistons, but I will somehow need to push these blocks out here and then push them again to put them in this position. Now, how does one do that? So what I'm thinking is that we just have another set of pistons here, and this set of pistons will push another set of pistons like this. And now when these pistons fire, oops, when these pistons fire, these will come here, the blocks will be here, and then I need to somehow push these two there. Does that work? Okay, yeah, these two are not flush against the wall. Now the question is, how do I time it correctly? So we already have this part done. Now I just need to take the same signal and extend it. That just broke everything. Okay, so these pistons fired before these, and this one fired, but this one didn't. Okay, I'm so confused as to what just happened. How does one manage to move the wall? Okay, so we are back to square one now. All the pistons are in the right place. Now let's see. So we need these ones to fire first. And then I think I can add a delay with these comparators. After the delay, these pieces of redstone dust will power this piston and hopefully this piston, but I'm not sure about that one. Oh, but no, wait. This one will make this one fire before this one does. How do I go about fixing that? Maybe just another repeater here. Let's see what happens this time. Oh, no, where did it just work? Okay, no, it didn't work. But it worked for the closing sequence. Yeah, so it works for the closing. Now, how do I get it to work for the opening? What if I somehow add a delay to these ones? Just loop this around like this. Do the same thing over this side. No, wait, I can't because this will interfere with the wall. What if I bring down this redstone line to delay these two pistons? Okay, so what my thought process is, when the lever is on, then the closing will be like normal, which we saw right now. But when the lever is turned off, then what I'm thinking is, because of this repeater, it will take time for this redstone dust to turn off, and before that these two redstone dust will turn off, which will make these two pistons retract and then these set of pistons retract. So the closing part, and then No, but why doesn't? Okay, these ones retract, that's a good thing. But why don't these two pistons retract? It should be getting powered. What if I remove this repeater and place it one block higher, then remove this block and then add another redstone dust so that this one also connects to these two pistons. Now I will have to connect this redstone again, then bring it down one block and another redstone dust, then another redstone dust. Now hopefully it should work. So the closing sequence works and the opening, no, it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? This piston gets powered, but for some reason this one doesn't. Also, for anyone who actually knows redstone, please forgive me for this diabolical contraption. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to start from a clean slate again. Okay, so we're back to a blank slate again. So this time I'm thinking I'm gonna place the pistons first. And now this will be the wall. So let me just make the wall first. This will be the top of the wall. And this time I'm gonna make it one block higher so I can place blocks here and take the redstone input from here. For the closing sequence, I need these two pistons to fire at the same time and then these two pistons to fire later. I'm going to place blocks here and then take it down. These two are behaving as I expected. These shouldn't be getting powered because there isn't any redstone on top of these. Maybe it's because this redstone is powering the block below it, which powers these pistons. Maybe, possibly. I don't even know how these two are getting powered. So how am I supposed to match the timing? Obviously, I can't put redstone here because that's in the way of the door. Maybe if I make some sort of circuit underground, if I add a redstone touch, and now these redstone torches have powered the bottom two pistons. So let's see what happens now. Okay, this is going to be much more challenging than I initially imagined. Okay, this just isn't working at all. So I think I'm just gonna start over again from the very beginning. So we have a clean slate again for the third time, I believe. Ignore the mess I made over here. But yeah, I've just looked a little into how the actual connectivity of redstone goes. So I think I should get it on this try. Just gonna make the frame again. This will be our input. I'm gonna connect this redstone to here. Then there's some comparators and I will need to somehow hook these two pistons up as well. So maybe just another piece of redstone. Okay, so in theory what should happen is this redstone should power this block, which in turn powers this piston, which in turn powers this piston, and same goes for these three blocks. Quirky behavior where powering these two pistons will also power these two pistons connected to it. Now that's just theory. Let's see if it works. Never mind. Step 1 failed. Okay, now let's try it. It's the same problem again, just these two bottom pistons. What if I just increase the delay of these two? Oh, that seemed to have made it better, but I still can't figure out how to power this stupid bottom two blocks. These two pistons are getting powered, so I believe this redstone dust is powering this piston, which in turn powers this and this and this. But there's nothing powering this. So maybe if I just connect some power to this piston, it will power these two as well. Okay, so what if instead of having this line going like this over these two pistons, I push it back one block so that it is over these pistons. Let's try that. This going like this. These two comparators like this. This redstone dust here. This redstone dust here. And let me just get rid of this. Let's see if this works. In theory it should because it's the same as last time and it was here. But in this time it's actually powering these two pistons directly. Okay, let's see if the closing works. Okay, good. Promising. Now for the opening. Yes, finally. Oh my god, that took so long. It was just how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of redstone. God knows what I was doing over here. Let's just not even talk about that. Yes, finally. Oh, let's just ignore that. Yeah, so anyways, that was much more difficult than I imagined it to be. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Did that just fire on its own? Okay, maybe I think that's enough Minecraft for today.